Hi everyone, it's Mike here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So it's time for our 19th mood board over on our ArtsyTrio Facebook group. So this month it's my turn once again to choose all the images and set the mood board going into April. So let me turn over to my overhead camera and I'll show you what I'm going to do. So this is mood board number 19. As you can see, it's called Monotone and Pop, pop being the pop of colour. So I wanted to use black and white because we don't often just work in black and white, and it's a good exercise for art journaling or any kind of art project to just use black or white space. The colour you can really choose for yourself if you want to. I've gone with orange mainly because I just like orange, but you could use any colour if you wanted to. So black and white and a pop of one other colour. So normally I would create an art journal page based on the images or the colour or colours within the mood boards. This month I'm going to do something a little bit different. I haven't created any artist trading cards in quite some time, so that's what I'm going to do for my project for mood board number 19. Okay, so I'm going to be doing just traditional sized ATCs, but landscape rather than portrait. So 2.5 inches by 3.5 inches. In millimeters, that's 63 millimeters by 89. I know, bit of a strange one. So recently I've become a little bit obsessed with bingo cards. Not just like British ones, but American ones, but also like French bingo cards as well, which you see in a little bit of the imagery of Tim Holtz, that kind of stuff. So it's this kind of style of bingo card. So I couldn't get hold of any original French Lotteria bingo cards, if you want to call them. They've got by different names. I couldn't get hold of any because all the ones that were on sale on Etsy and that kind of stuff, or on eBay, had already gone when I did searches. So they'd been gone, lost. So I decided I was going to sit and digitally recreate my own version. So these are the same, or relatively the same size as the original ones, 4 by 6.5, I think they are, something like that, or 4 3/4 and 6 3/4 or 5 3/4 or something like that anyway. So I created this set of, there's 4 lotto cards, 4 different sets of numbers in 5 different colourways. So in my set you've got the pink, you've got the orangey rusty colour, you've got the blue, you've got the this is supposed to be red, but that's my printer just playing up a little bit, and then green. So those are your 5 colours. Obviously they're way too big for ATCs. So what I did is I actually scaled the orange set down, and I just printed off 6. So they're going to be the bases for my ATC. So I did make them the same size. So I've actually created these the exact same size for these ATCs. But like I said, that set of original big sized ones, there's 20 in that set. That's available as a digi download now on my website if you're interested in those. Right, so what I need to do just to start off with, so we've got our black ATC base. I'm going to cut these out, and then they're going to get stuck down onto each of my ATC bases, if you like. So let me just cut these out and I'll be right back. Right, so I've cut all those out. So obviously I'm going to go around the edges of each one and just get rid of those raw white kind of cut edges, just to hide and disguise that glaring white. I know we're supposed to be using black and white, but I don't want those. So I'll do all 6 of these and then I'll be right back once I've done these. Okay, so that's the last one of those. To get rid of all the fluff and the bits. So what I want to do now is to stick those down onto my card backs. So let's just grab a little bit of glue. So these should be, theoretically, just a tiny bit smaller, so you've got that little bit of a black background, black border all the way around. Not much wiggle room with this white glue. I'm still trying to restock my supply of the spirit glue. Ian's out today, gone shopping, so he's going to try and grab me some, but I wanted to do this anyway. Okay, so like I said, just that tiny little bit of border all the way around. I do have a second or two before the glue grabs. Okay, so I'm going to do that now on the rest of the 5. Once I've done that, I'll be right back. Okay, so that's the last one to get stuck down. I've just got a little bit, like I said, just a second or two of wiggle room just to kind of get that centered and stuck all the way down. Right, so there are my 6 bingo cards all stuck down. Let's just mix up those numbers a bit. There we go. Yeah, so they're all stuck down. Right, so the next trick, or the next thing, is to add in, I start to add in a few layers. So I went through my collection of digi-images to find some bits that would be predominantly orange. So I'm trying to colour coordinate everything with blacks, whites, and oranges. So I found these cigarette card images, vintage cigarette card images from 50s, possibly 60s, and they've all got butterflies on them, but they're all orange, black or white, so they're perfect. There's a little bit of other colour in the background. So what I did is I just reduced the size down a little bit, just so that I could use them as little collage pieces, and then just printed them out as a strip, just so that I could snip them out and use one on each one of my ATCs. And I'm not really bothered, I'm just going to randomly drop them down. There we go, and those two can go next to each other. So once again, once these are cut out, I'm going to just go around each one with a little dab of distress ink, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so that's those done. Before I stick those down, I want to bring in some other elements. So I wanted to add in some other kind of numbers which kind of mimic the numbers in the background. So I created some circles, just 1 to 6, because I've got 6 cards. So these are just 1-inch circles, or just slightly bigger than 1-inch circles. So I'm going to punch these out with a 1-inch circle punch. I thought I had it with me, but looks like somebody's tied it up while I was getting ready. There it is, it's on the other desk. There we go. So I've made the circles just slightly bigger so that I get the full circle. Sometimes when you make them the exact size, you can never get them lined up properly. So I made them just a little bit bigger. That way, no mistakes. Just lining the number up, pop it out, and then you can see at a glance then this is will be number 5 in the series, and that'll be number 6 or number 9. Oh, and sometimes that happens. Oh, It's just jammed on me. Oh no! I'll be right back. Well, that took some doing. Right, it's not chewed it up too badly. I can just quickly just go in. There we go. And that'll get covered with Distress ink. Ain't that just typical? Right, it happens, you know, it happens. Right, so those are the circles. Now, the other thing that I've got is I had a search through some of my washi tapes for black and orange. Obviously these are, I don't know whether that's the Tim Holtz one, I don't think it is, but I know this one is definitely a Tim Holtz washi tape. And that's just got stripes on it. And this one, it says, trying to find the end. It's always a problem. I know I should always leave a little tab, but I'll find it in a little while. Anyway, so I've got some washi tapes that I want to also add on there. But seeing as I've still got loads and loads and loads and loads of paper dolls left, and these tiny ones are not really much use for anything other than sticking on little projects like this. So I've mostly got couples, apart from him, he's on his own, so he's the odd one out. So I'm going to use these on there as well, but I also thought I've got some other little hand punches. So one of them is a little butterfly, so I've punched 6 little black butterflies just out of regular cardstock, which is the same as the stuff that I've used for the back. So these are all the little collage items that I'm going to use. So what we'll do is we'll just pop those to one side and just work on number 1, because it's going to be a little bit of a formula that I'm going to use for each one. Put number 4 over there. Okay, so we've got Cuthbert and Herbert, because you know I like to name my paper dolls. Just give that a little bit of, I'm not going to be able to get all the way around because it's a bit awkward, but that's near enough. So we've got Cuthbert and Herbert. I've got my number 1. And then we've got the butterfly. So let's put the butterfly there, stand the boys there, put the number 1 over the top. Do I need that little butterfly to sit there, because there already is one in the background? Do you know what, I don't actually think it needs it. So let's have a look at some washi tape. We're only going to need a tiny bit. So let's stand the boys there, put that there. I can put a little bit of washi tape there. That can go in the corner. Do you know what? I think that's all it needs. That's all it's going to need, I think. So let's just get some glue. Tiny little blobs, don't need a huge amount. And then right, so we have to be careful on laying these down because we want them to overlap a little bit. I suppose I should have really stuck them together first, shouldn't I? So let's bring that up to about there, and then the boys can sit just like that. Well, I have used PVA, like I said, so if you do get any overspill, don't worry about it, it does dry clear. Don't sweat it. Don't sweat the small stuff. Right, so let's put a little bit of that washi tape on there. And I didn't find the end. Yes, I did find the end. There it is. Right, scissors. I did have them. So let's snip off that ticket just there, because that one's ripped. Don't want that one. And I'm just going to cut one ticket of that washi tape. That can go there, and I think, yeah, we'll just add that one down at the bottom there. And because it's washi tape, we can pretty much, I know that's not even straight either, is it? So line it up with the dots at the bottom, or near enough anyway, and then let's get some glue on that number one. Okay, so we've kind of got our blueprint for the others now. So I'll go into fast forward, and you can watch me. I'm going to just do one at a time now. But it doesn't really matter what order. See, I could still stick that up there, couldn't I, if I wanted to? Yeah, bit of a waste of time, but never mind. Right, like I said, let's crack on, and I can do all these in different orders. It doesn't make any difference what order I do them in. So let's put this one on this side for a change. And then we can bring, let's just manoeuvre you over. Okay. That'll do nicely. Right. And then these two, we'll name these Sally and David. I'm just going to put little dots on the background. I'll show you doing this one, and then I'll go into fast forward with the others. So you don't need a huge amount of stuff going on in the background when you're doing ATCs. Because they're small, you can get away with an economy, if you like, of bits and pieces. That was the one that got chewed up by the punch. Just a small amount of glue. Just like mini collage ATCs. And again, I'm just using up what I've got. So now you've seen me do those two, I'll carry on and do the other four. Okay, so that was the last one with the creepy twins, Cuthbert and Clive. So as you can see, you don't really need a huge amount of stuff to go onto each of the ATCs. There's the background, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other elements that take up quite a lot of real estate. So that's really all you need to do, I think. More is more, less is more. I'm not sure where you are in that camp, but for me, I think I've done enough. I like those. I do like the fact that most of them are, that orange is coming through because you've got the orange in the butterfly, the ticket, the washi tape, and in the background then you've got your black and your whites as well. So the only thing that I need to do now is, what I like to do is to stick on my artist trading card back. So what I need to do just to finish those off is just to write these off. Write on these, and then get them stuck onto the back of each ATC, but I've got to number them, so I've got to make sure that I get the right one on the right one. So this is going to be ArtsyTrio. Come on, pen. There we go. And we'll call it Moodboard 19. And today's date, because I'm filming this on Tuesday, the day before this goes live, it's the 28th of March today. And we'll call it, that's the 1 of 6. And that just adds a little bit of detail onto the back. So I'm going to go away and write all this out another 5 times. I know I should have typed it out first. And then I'll be back with you in time to stick them on. Okay, all done. That's the most writing I've done physically with a pen in my hand for quite some time. Right, so number 1. So number 1's numbered, number 1. So I've printed these backs onto sticker paper. So that just enables me to peel the back off, which is a lot easier. Make sure I get it the right way up. Try not to get my head in shot. And these are just a little bit smaller than the actual ATC itself. So that will just get stuck down nicely on the back. So I'm going to repeat that for all the others, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so there's all 6. So number 6, number 5, number 4, number 3, number 2, and numero uno. So I hope you enjoyed watching me create those little monotone and pop ATCs for the ArtsyTrio Moodboard number 19 for March going on to April. Don't forget, if you want to see what Gina Ahrens and Bea Grob, my other partners in the ArtsyTrio Facebook group, have done using my prompts for April, then I'll put a clickable link in the description area below this video, so you can just pop across to their YouTube channels and see what they've done using the exact same mood board. And don't forget, if you want to join us on our ArtsyTrio Facebook group, where you too could have a go at these mood boards and share what you create based on the mood boards, then there's also a clickable link in the description area below to that group too. So that's all from me for now. I'll see you all again very, very soon. Bye for now. I'd like to say a huge thank you to all of my angels, because without you, these videos would not be possible. And don't forget, you can access your exclusive angel-only content over on my website. There's a link in the description area below. Thank you.